I mean, I started thinking, I don't remember exactly when I started thinking about what was going to come next, but throughout the season, let's say that I felt that my motivation had up and downs, and it usually isn't the case with me. Like usually when it's like, actually what really started me, like what made me question it, the first one was the Paris Major. It was a playoff day, and I usually always wake up before the alarm. Like I'm just like, I'm thinking a lot. I'm very hyped for the game. So, when it's play day, it's a different day. And that day was like another day. Like I was like tired in the morning. I had to, I had my alarm ring a couple times before I woke up. And I was like, that's weird. Like I'm gonna play a major playoff game, and I feel like that, and it's kind of like I'm going to work or something. So that started questioning everything. So I was like, maybe my motivation is going down. For TI, it was different. Obviously, TI, boom, it went back up. But then I was like, having to play another season. Now we won twice. I was really doubting it. So I started started kind of waiting in the balance of what my decision was going to be. And then there were a lot of other factors, I guess. I wanted to spend more time on OG, like making sure that I could bring as much value as I would want to. And basically, I mean, the main reason honestly was the motivation. It was the main reason, because I felt like I would not be able to give the team the best, and I would hate myself for that. On a personal level, also it was very draining. That level of competition is really draining. You have to give it your life, honestly. You have to give it your all. I don't think it's really impossible to achieve, or at that time, that point in time at least, it was almost impossible, I'd say, to achieve like a personal balance, like having a personal life that is, developed in a way, like whether it is with friends, girlfriends, or whatever it is, really, it's kind of hard. It's really like you got to give everything to Dota, like everything. And yeah, it was getting harder and harder, and it was affecting Dota itself, because I do feel like, maybe it wasn't the case when I was younger, but now that I'm growing up also, I feel like I need some sort of balance in order to perform well too. Because if I'm too extreme in my practice schedule or whatever, then my performance goes down. So all of that put together, I felt like, and I felt like I could help the team as much on the sidelines, and other teams too in OG. So it just felt natural. It just felt like the right thing to do. It's kind of what I had in my heart at that point. It just felt right. So I just went for it. So I think that everything that's related to personal life and balance, I think that things are getting better and better. People are getting smarter. Some players are getting older. And a lot of talented and smart people are joining organizations. So people are understanding that, how to put it, it's like that it's okay to want balance, that it's okay to want time off, that like people are, because this is becoming something much more stable, right? This isn't really about teams being really good and then it's like finding some sort of arrangement. It's like, I'll get you visibility and you help me get to the tournament. That's what it used to be, right, in esports. Now it's more like, this is your job. This is what your life is. And this is what also people make a business from. You need to be reliable to your organization, to your sponsors. They need to be reliable to you. And you cannot ask from someone to be reliable and stable and consistent if his life is a mess. The org needs to help him stabilize what he has going, in terms of schedule, in terms of, you know what I mean? Because they actually need the players to be reliable. It's not reliable for an org to have players compete and these players are burned out at the end of the season. It's not reliable, because now these players are going to crash and they're going to need time off, which, let's say the time off is not planned ahead, it's a disaster for the org. But at the same time, you cannot ask for a guy that is burned out to not be burned out. It's not how it works. You have to plan that ahead, and you have to be like, if we don't do that and that, they're going to be burned out. So in that sense, I think everyone is getting smarter, and the way things are done right now is great. It gives you this sense of like, yeah, I mean, this is like just a normal a normal job. It's not a normal job I don't mean it in a negative way. I mean it in a great positive way. It's a job that is thought through and that people can really flourish in and have a balance. Of course, it is a job that is extremely demanding, much more than some other jobs, maybe. But it's not demanding to the point that you will lose your mind at it. Not anymore. You can find the situation and you can make it like a perfect fit to who you are and what you need. I really believe so. So all of that has changed. That's one thing. As for the drive, I don't really know. I think I just overthought a lot of things because the drive is still there. Like I don't think for some reason this fire I cannot extinguish. Like nothing extinguishes it, and I find myself like it's kind of scary. Like because I'm like I don't know. Like it's like there's always something that I look at and I'm like this is it. So it was winning TI once, and then it was like nobody ever won it back to back. And now actually what drives me the most is like I take offense from teams thinking they can win against us. I actually take offense. Like it annoys me because I'd like to think that after what has been done, they should realize that this isn't realistic. It's like maybe you can, but there's no way you believe that you can. That's nonsense. You should believe that you can't, and there's a word in which yeah you might. You know what I mean? But I don't know. And then seeing teams taking games from us, which happens and stuff, but it's mostly, I don't know, it's just like, I just feel like, I feel very offended, actually. It's mostly what it is. I just feel very offended. And I feel challenged. I feel like it's like a duel. It's like, yeah, we believe that we would win. So it's kind of like, prove us wrong. Very much. I've missed him so much, him and Topias. I mean, I miss Jesse and Anna too, of course, but they're not playing anymore. So that's that. But like playing with Topias and Johan is like, it's a big part of it. It's like I'm like every second that they play and I'm not in the game, I feel like I just wasted that second and it's not coming back. So that's also one thing. It's like I want to play these games with them. Like I want to have the chance to play these games with them and to have what we have going, like our friendship, our trust. Like I want to experience that again in a way. We've built that and it's just a blessing to be able to experience that. And I just want other teams to cope with the consequences of that, you know, to like, I just want them to go through it again and remind them, yeah, what their place is. I'm back.